Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Graham.
Hey, Henry.
Hey, Graham.
So, on this episode of Snack Time, we are taking a look at Wario Land 3. Uh, because we want to, and it's fun.
Yeah,
Why
that's a
not?
good plan.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
And, of course, we're playing it in English because, you know, we can.
What? Yeah.
We're generally an English-speaking
Yeah.
English-speaking site.
And we're happy to help you with Japanese games, but for now, we don't need to help you with this one. This one's already, in
Yeah.
English. But yeah, so for people who don't know, Wario Land 3 is the third game in the Wario Land series.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Really? Not the fourth?
That's correct.
Yeah,
See,
all right.
I'm glad you're paying attention, Andrew. It is the fourth game in the Wario Land series. You want to tell me what the first three were?
Wait a second. That's not true at all.
Huh?
You say the fourth game?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there's Super Mario Land 3, Wario Land, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that true? And then there's Wario Land 2,
Uh-huh.
and this is Wario Land 3.
Correct. But this is not the fourth game in the Wario Land. This is the fourth game in the Wario Land series.
It is?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Because you know what the first game in the Wario Land series is, right?
Is it Super Mario Land?
It's Virtual Boy Wario Land.
All right.
Yeah.
I always forget that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a forgettable one.
You should.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you play three Virtual Boy games, that should be one of them.
Well, yeah, that's true.
What's the other?
Why would you
what are the
play
other
any
two?
version?
Mario Clash is the first one, and V Tetris is actually a pretty good Tetris game. It's definitely the better of the two Virtual Boy Tetris games.
I didn't even know. Man, I forgot you were an expert on the Virtual Boy, or at least the closest thing we have to an expert on the Virtual Boy.
I'm the closest a lot of people have to an expert on the Virtual Boy,
Sure.
because there's really no. It's a fun system. Mario Clash is maybe one of the best games Nintendo made in the mid '90s. Like it's good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a really smart update of the Mario Brothers formula. But yep, this is not that. This is actually a Game Boy Color game. Yeah.
It's in more colors than just red. It turns out.
It is, and so was Wario Land 2, but that was a hybrid cartridge that could be played on original Game Boys. This is a Game Boy Color only game, and here we go. Look, see,
Yeah.
this is the thing I like about the games like this. Like, because there was so little to it, I paid so much attention to detail. Look at that little Wario
Sure.
sprite. Isn't that adorable?
It's great. It's great.
Yeah, that's good.
Anyway, I guess I should get to the part where I play Wario Land. But
Oh, you could.
in a way, this was the last Wario Land game.
So Wario Land 4, I never actually played.
Yeah. It was an ambassador game for people who bought 3DSs early, but we know how you feel about handhelds, so
Yeah, they're the worst. So
yeah.
I actively go out of my way to destroy any I see.
But yeah, I mean, it's
It's weird.
yeah. I'm trying to think of a way to explain it. Wario Land 4 is not really a sequel to Wario Land 3, except for in that it stars Wario.
Okay.
Uh,
So what's? I mean, not to talk too much about the game we're not playing, but like.
well, we
what
talked
makes
about
Wario-
Virtual Boy Wario Land and Mario Clash and
Sure,
V Tetris, so
sure.
we could talk about it.
Okay. Okay. Well, so what made Wario Land 4 so different?
Well, so these first three games are very specifically about like the not dying but instead gaining power-ups thing,
Yeah.
It just was less of that.
Aha. That's the best. That's what makes these games Wario Land games. That's why I love them.
Yep. Of course, I guess
Yeah.
Wario Land Shake It also didn't do that, but that's a
Well.
tale for another time. Without
Yeah.
Wario Land Shake It, we wouldn't have Kirby's Epic Yarn, so
True. You know what? I liked Wario Land Shake It. I thought it was all right.
yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
look at
it's
that
no Wario
animation.
Land 3.
That water animation.
It's pretty good.
So
But
good.
yeah, so
not
in a
bad.
way, this game was, dare I say, a recursive action adventure.
Oh.
Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you say that?
Oh, you mean a Metroidvania?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, see, you
Okay.
needed special power-ups to get places. Like, I couldn't get through that area because, as I currently am, I can't jump very high or sink to the bottom of the water. So I have to come back when I have that.
Thus, recursive action platformer,
Yeah. That-
which should just be the standard term.
Right.
think.
Because
But-
see, what we really need is for just a games writer to come up with like a made up term for that. That hasn't happened before.
No, of course
So
not.
I feel like I should step up.
Please do. But so
Man, it's been a while since I played 3. 2 is my favorite. I know a lot of people's favorite.
hey,
Two
yeah.
is generally considered the best in the series, isn't it?
I believe so.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure there's someone who likes all of them, but oh
I-
man, I
I
forgot
do-
about On Fire Wario.
I mean, I've only played 1 through 3. I never played the Virtual Boy Wario Land or 4, but 1 through 3, I like them all a lot. Oh yeah, On Fire Wario, by the way. Yes, that's great. Sorry, I forgot he turns into a little fireball. But yeah, 2 is easily the best. I think they did a lot. They improved
Oh
a lot
man, look
from
at
the
this!
first.
I'm just gonna go up and down this ladder because look at that. Look
That's
at
great.
that.
Yeah,
I know. I know. I just asked you to look at Wario Butt,
This
but
is a little disturbing. Yeah, Graham, you get off that ladder.
I
Thank
don't
you.
know what's going on here either. Oh right, he's opening the
Looks
chest.
like perhaps there you could use some form of key.
No, Wario doesn't need keys.
Clear. Yeah, I didn't get the other stuff in the level. That's always the thing with Wario games is you can get through pretty easily. It's about getting all the stuff,
Right.
and I got none of the stuff basically.
But you can
man,
always
look,
go
look
back
at this sweet
because it's-
hatchet.
Because it's a recursive action game.
Cut down a tree.
So,
Wario doesn't care
th-
about the environment.
It wasn't a Wario Land game, but there was a Wario game. I think was it on DS? That was also a 2D game, and I never played it, but I can't remember the name of it.
Wario
Do you-
Master of Disguise.
Yes, that was it.
Ah.
That was
Well,
a weird one.
if you were trying to identify the worst Wario game ever, you've done it. It's
Yeah.
Wario Master of Disguise. Of course, the
Okay.
thing is, you say worst Wario game ever, and that just is like adequate platformer.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
that's the
It's still good.
weird thing about Nintendo games. So this is the worst. If by worst you mean it was not the best,
but it was still okay.
it was still okay. I'm forgetting how to do something here.
Yeah, I don't know. Is this something?
Oh,
you
right,
need-
here we
you
go.
need ability for? Oh wait, you got it. Okay, cool.
I think. Nope.
Oh wait, nope. Okay.
Did I mess myself up? I don't think I could get stuck here, right?
I am the worst person when it comes to remembering anything about games I played many years ago. So
I know
can't-
I can get past this if I didn't do the thing I did, so I'm just gonna reset.
Okay.
But I'm sure there's a way to actually pass that because it's a Nintendo game.
Probably.
Okay.
My memory.
Oh well,
again, my-
I
not
accidentally
great.
messed myself up again. Not gonna do that.
You're really. You gotta stop messing yourself up, Graham. We got enough challenges. Like those jerks carrying donuts.
Oh man, here we go. Da 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 bop. I got Fat Wario. He can't climb anything, but he's fat.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure there's any benefit right now to being Fat Wario.
Other than it's awesome.
I like how shocked Wario looks. Like he's like, "What did I eat?"
That's how
yeah.
I feel after I eat a donut. So,
Well, yeah.
oh well. Right. So yeah. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Let's try this again, shall we? Hello, give me that donut. Doo-ba-doo.
Man, I want a donut now.
I really want to.
But there's
like
got to
top
be a
bar donut.
reason. Yeah, I just like jumping up and down.
Why
It's
not?
pretty good.
Just in general, really. Not even interested in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Another Wario game I haven't played. I
Wow.
have played very little of, but I actually thought was pretty good. Was Wario World on the GameCube, which is a treasure game.
Yeah.
Ah.
And
I
not
remember-
a treasure game in the way all Wario games are, in that he's gathering treasure.
Yes, exactly.
Is a game made by Treasure?
Yes.
Hmm.
I remember liking it. I only rented it. I never actually finished it. Although I remember one of the big complaints was it was really short.
Yeah, it
so-
feels like one of those. Remember the fact that Treasure's good at making 2D games but not 3D games? Yeah, remember that thing?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about that one. But
Yeah, I mean, it was not their best for sure, but I still really enjoyed it. I thought it did a good job of translating the kind of Wario Land gameplay into 3D. I thought It was definitely a weird game for Treasure to make. I think I would love to see Treasure make a 2D Wario Land game or some kind of 2D Wario game. I would just, you know what? I'm just gonna expand that out. I would just love to see a new 2D Wario game in general.
Yeah, I would. I'd be definitely interested in playing that.
Yeah, like, where's Wario Land 5, Nintendo? Come on.
You know what? I'd be on board with that. Yeah.
New Super Wario Land, go.
Yeah, we got to have a year of Wario.
Yep.
Here's the thing. I would just like a regular WarioWare game, though.
Yeah, you know what?
Like,
that too.
more than that, you know?
Yes, that too. I mean, yes.
It's weird, though, that we haven't actually seen, like, indie developers take on the Wario thing, you know? Like
not too much.
You're not dying, instead you just get pushed back a little thing. Kind of surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly can't even think of any other games that do that. Off the top of my head, I'm sure I'm forgetting some obvious ones, but nothing comes to mind.
Yeah.
I feel like the Wario Land games were one of a kind in that regard. But
It has, they've never. I mean, they were never huge, right? Were they always sort of for a niche target? Do you think?
I
Maybe
mean,
that's what they
I know the Game Boy era Wario games were pretty popular,
yeah,
which makes sense given that they made like 4 of them. So.
but they kind of just fell off after the fourth, I think. I mean, again, we talked about the other Wario games they made, but none of them really took off the same way.
Yeah, it's too bad. It really is.
It really is, yeah, because these games were like, they were different. They were still kind of traditional platformers in a way, but they really set themselves apart from the Mario games, and I think that's what the handheld, like at the time, the Game Boy really needed, because I like Mario Land 2 specifically, but overall when I think of handheld platformers of that era, I don't really like. The first Wario Land is the first one I think of when it comes to that, and I think because of that game really set itself apart from the rest.
Like there are good ones, but like there's something about what Wario Land does that just works better in that context.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I like it. None of the other, like Wario World and Wario Land Shake It, as much as I did enjoy them, they weren't the same. Like they just didn't feel like they captured a lot of the same magic. I mean, obviously they were pretty different in a lot of ways, but I just missed that. I missed that whole Wario World or Wario Land's charm, Wario Land gameplay.
Yeah, I like that it's always been weird, but like excessively weird. Like I don't know if that really makes sense, but it sort of feels like classically weird in sort of like a Looney Tunes sense almost.
Yeah,
I feel
like you can kind of describe that about the Mario series in a weird way. But specifically Wario, I kind of get what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure.
There we go.
Even more cartoonish than traditional Wario games.
I'd say so.
There you go. You did it.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Okay. I go back in here. It's been a while, so.
Oh yeah, I understand.
All the feedback we get from these episodes are like, "You guys are really bad at playing games." Like, well, thanks.
Aw,
thanks for watching.
who says that?
Hey, man, there have been multiple people who've said that to me.
It turns out it's just Henry with multiple accounts.
I mean, the problem is I'm the one always playing, so I can't just be like, "Oh no, it was them." No, it's me. Sorry.
I'm embracing my inner Wario.
Yeah.
Rah.
It's a Wii! Wario! This actually isn't a Wii, but I do like that quote.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Ask away.
How do you feel about traditional Wario versus WarioWare Wario?
Go ahead, Henry.
Yeah, there might be a place for both. I mean, Mario dips his hat into...
Sorry, who?
Oh, sorry. Mario.
Thank you.
I mean, Mario wears about 9 million different hats, so I don't think it's
one hat. It's just the M. It's the red one.
Yeah. Metaphorically speaking,
Wario actually is the one that wears 2 hats. It's the motorcycle one and this yellow one.
He probably has multiple Mario hats, though. He probably has to. I mean, like, you can't just wear one. You gotta wash them and sweat them.
You think it's
like,
but
he always wears the same hat for multiple jobs. So I think I kind of think there's a place for both. I can't really tell. Like, I like WarioWare is just so blatantly insane that it's good that they have a mascot for that. But then there's still a place for the 2D games that are a little weirder than most Mario ones.
That ghost is weird.
That ghost is weird. I don't even
It
know.
reminds me of those little, like, ever make any of those little tissue ghosts? Where you put
Like,
the little-
like you put a lollipop in there?
Yeah, and you wrap it around and
I'm
draw little
familiar,
trees on
yeah.
it. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. That's tissue ghosts right there.
Except for you're the lollipop.
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm a lollipop. That's what that is.
I mean, again, as much as I miss the Wario Land games, I really love WarioWare.
Yeah.
I feel like WarioWare, the original and Twisted, and maybe to some extent a Smooth Moves are like
Yeah,
some of
Smooth
the-
Moves is not necessarily a WarioWare game in the same way.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, it is very much like a good party game, and I like
Yes.
that part of it.
Yes, and but I think my two favorites were the two GBA games, the original and Twisted, and then I want more of that, and I'm sad that Game & Wario was kind of. I mean, it had a little of it. Like it had one mini game in there that was kind of that, but it didn't. It just wasn't the same. Like that's not what you look for in that kind of game from like WarioWare or WarioWare style games. So
I mean,
maybe sad.
it was definitely a better take than Game & Wario, and a better take than Touched. And you know what? I was okay with DIY, but it didn't result in as good puzzles. You know.
Yeah, it was neat, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're overdue for a really good Wii U WarioWare game.
Or like a 3DS one. There hasn't
Oh,
been
yeah,
one of those.
3DS one,
You know,
yeah.
why hasn't there been one of those?
So
seems
to be
dumb.
honest, like the best WarioWare game in the past few years is actually not a WarioWare game. It's a little game on the Vita called Frobisher Says.
Frobisher says
What?
Exactly.
That's not a
Frobisher
real
Says.
game.
it's
Oh,
free.
yes.
You can
It's
play that game
free,
for
yes.
free. I mean, there's
You
a
can play it
paid
for
expansion,
free.
but you can play that game for free.
Wow.
So do?
Yeah.
It's free.
It's free.
Frobisher
Everyone's played
says by Frobisher says.
Very nice.
It's free.
That game handles the WarioWare formula really well.
And again, it's weird. There's that's not the only WarioWare copy either. There was there were a few PSP games like WTF Work Time Fun.
Yep.
Like a lot of there were other games too. Like I can name so many WarioWare clones. Why isn't somebody making a Wario clone? Just make a Wario Land clone. Like I don't mean like a Wario clone, like a cloned Wario, because
No.
then it, in a way Waluigi is that
we
that
don't want
cloning
that.
process went wrong, and instead we
Yeah.
got Waluigi.
You don't want that at all.
No, I don't want Waluigi Land. Actually, you know what? Yes, I do. I do want Waluigi Land.
You know what?
Now
If-
that I
if
said that aloud.
Waluigi Land was just another Wario Land game, but instead you had Waluigi instead of Wario. It wouldn't be as good, but it would still be pretty good, I'm sure.
I mean, if they just justified that to be like, we're not using any of the same power-ups ever, I'd be okay
Yeah,
with that.
sure.
That'd be
Whatever.
fine. Okay, I need to not get hit by this dude. Okay,
yeah, please don't.
it's happened a few times now.
Yeah, I noticed.
Okay,
but,
I don't have this. Oh, right.
How do
Do
you
I have
how
to
do you
get
feel
up
about
here invisible?
how do you feel about Waluigi, Henry?
There's a lot of hate for Waluigi, isn't there? I don't really understand. I think he's hilarious. I think he probably just belongs in the sports games. But I don't know. I think he's. I think he has a place. I think he has a place in the Mario cast. I mean, the Mario cast isn't really.
Is that like the Mario cast?
Oh man, Wario.
Poor Henry.
You guys. I don't know if I can keep doing this.
Oh.
It's hard. I really like him. I think he's hilarious. But probably
this is
just
so
as the
hard.
next sort of an RPG game.
Okay, so you guys see what I have to do here, right?
I see it. Yeah, you have to do it
Or
all the way
rather,
to the other end. Is
rather,
invisible.
we don't see.
Yes, you're hilarious.
I like the guy that's throwing the potions at you. He looks like he's having a good time over there.
He looks.
Please let me get up and get this thing.
You could do it. You could do it. You could do it. Aww. Wait, yes.
Yeah, I just can't open the thing while I'm
Invisible?
invisible, I guess? I didn't think it was going to last this long, frankly.
Hmm.
Um, it
Oh, is it actually on a time limit? I thought it was just you have to as long as you don't get hit, you're invisible.
is it?
I think so.
Well, I got this key. Then can I open this thing?
Hmm. Man, I don't remember. But it seemed like the reason they placed that one enemy there was so you would have to either avoid it or defeat it while you were invisible, or else you'd have to go back and get the invisible thingy, potion
Okay.
thingy.
Well, I've
So
already
I-
got the thing, so maybe I just need to go hit something.
Yeah, let's try that. Just go.
All right, I got that. Okay.
Yay! See?
Yay!
Yay!
I mean, yay! I'm still invisible.
I don't know then. That's really weird.
I thought you got your coin.
Okay. I'm no longer invisible. I got the
How did you
coin. The
fix-
coin's one of those bonus items. I'm not trying to 100% this game
Oh, okay.
right now.
Okay.
But
So was that just on a timer? Or was there something?
I don't know. Unclear.
Okay.
But I think I can open this up now. Yeah. Weird. Weird that you can't do that with another power up.
Especially since you need that power up to get to that point to begin with.
Yeah, and especially that this ends the level, so it would be totally okay if it just removed your power up.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, well, we need a different animation for each of the power ups. Like, no, you don't.
No.
Well, as we were saying, this game isn't as good as Wario Land 2.
Yeah. Well, no, it's still very good, and
It's still very good.
It may be like as far as Game Boy Color games, like exclusive games, it's really far up there.
Mm.
It still
For
looks
sure.
actually really good. Like I'm impressed with the animation actually.
Yeah.
I can remember this game. How old? When was this game made?
2000s.
2000.
Yeah.
It's a 15-year-old game
It is.
for the Game Boy Color. I doubt there are many Game Boy Color games that look as good as this.
Well, there are some that look this good. But yeah, no, this is quite nice.
Few and far between now.
Yeah.
I'm really dumb. Let's try this. Wario Land 2. Was that the 6 coins?
no.
The 6 golden coins?
That's
Mario Land
that's
2.
Super Mario Land 2.
Oh, it's
Is
Mario
6 gold
Land
coins.
2.
Super
Oh, okay,
Mario
okay.
Land 3 is Wario Land.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yes.
It's one of those shenanigans.
Right.
But yeah.
Shenanigans.
So, Andrew, what is your favorite Game Boy Color only game? I say only because, like, there are too many, like, Game Boy games that play on the Game Boy Color.
Oh man,
It's kind of a
I
different
don't-
beast.
I don't even know. I never thought. Like honestly, I never even thought about it. Like so my first Game Boy was a Game Boy Color. I never had the original Game Boy, so I played.
This explains why you hate handhelds. This is it. This explains
what's
it.
wrong? What's wrong with that? I don't understand.
You didn't have
Game
the
Boy Color
joy
is
of
the
the original Game Boy.
I did just later.
The
Like,
original
playing-
Game Joy.
No, I did. I just way later than everyone else because I still played through like Pokemon Blue and I played a bunch of old Game Boy games on my Game Boy. I mostly had Game Boy games and not Game Boy Color games, I believe.
All right.
So Pokemon Yellow, that was Game Boy Color, right?
I mean, it was enhanced to a
Okay,
certain
so
degree, but
it wasn't
not.
exclusive though.
Yeah, actually,
have to
was it
get
enhanced? No, I don't think it was. Actually, come to think of
Okay.
it, the game was
Okay,
not
well,
enhanced because Gold and Silver
I-
were the first enhanced ones, and then
Right.
Crystal was
Okay, so-
exclusive.
So what? You go first, Graham, because I cannot think for the life of me.
Sure.
Anything other than Wario Land 3.
So mine,
is right there.
we've talked about this before. Mine is Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna pick that too because
because it's real good.
it's real good.
Yeah, it really is.
I do like
It's
that
great.
game a lot. I need to pick it up on Virtual Console. I missed it when it was on sale.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
I mean, even when it's not on sale, it's like,
Yeah, it's only like $5.
yeah, like it's pretty good. But you know that game is pretty good, and the tennis one's not bad. It ages a little more poorly just because there's more action to it.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Yep.
it's still good.
Yeah.
How about you,
I don't
Henry?
know how to get this. Yeah, Henry, what's your favorite Game Boy Color game?
Oh, it's. I think it's still Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. I played that a lot.
See, that's not
it
a
was
Game
like-
Boy Color game. It's just a Game Boy game.
Oh, it's just a Game Boy game, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, yeah, my
I don't
problem is
even
trying
know-
to remember which games were just Game Boy Color and which
I know,
weren't.
because I had a Game Boy and a Game Boy Advance. I don't actually remember just Game Boy Color. Was Kirby's Dream Land 2 Game Boy Color only?
No.
Nope.
I don't even know if I played any old.
So
then.
I guess I can just talk about good Game Boy Color only games, and you
Yes,
guys can be
yes,
like,
you
"Man,
can.
that was great." Kirby Tilt and Tumble. Yeah.
Actually, never played it. Never played it.
I don't think I played
What?
that one.
As
Get
a
outta
fan
here.
as a fan of Kirby games that are not traditional Kirby games, I
Yeah.
that is another blank spot in my Kirby history.
How you feel about Shantae?
I do not. You know what? I know we have some Shantae fans around here. I am not. I actually played through that when it was re-released on virtual console on the 3DS. I was not a fan. I was not a fan myself. I don't think. I think that game just doesn't play that well. But I get it. Like I totally get it.
Yeah.
I feel like the sequels are a lot better. I feel like they just play better. But I totally get why people have such fondness for that game. It was
Sure.
when it came out it was different. It looked incredible. It looked like a GBA game on the Game Boy Color.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't. I just like it's hard.
Yeah.
It's just personally hard for me to like remember which word.
I mean, the problem was we got a lot of like some of the best Game Boy Color only games we didn't get because like the system had such a short life that it took forever for things to release. So like for example, we didn't get Pokemon trading card game GB2. We didn't get the sequel to Mario Golf for the Game Boy Color.
That's a
We
bummer.
didn't get. Let's see. Game Boy Wars 3 was kind of great, but that was a Game Boy Color game released after the Game Boy Advance was out. I don't know. There's a lot of sadness to that library, but we got Wario Land 3, so everything's all right.
Wario Land 3 was worth it.
I'm not very good at it,
Yeah, but
I think you're
Spring
doing great,
Wario's
man. It's hard playing with pressure.
and talking at the same time, which
And
apparently
talking
I
at
have
the
to do because none of you guys play Game Boy Color games. What's going on, huh? What's going on? What's going on?
You know me.
What's
You
going
know
on?
me, Graham. You know
You
me,
hate
Graham.
handhelds.
I hate handhelds.
Henry's not a big fan.
Not the biggest.
You. It turns out you grabbed the two worst people for this episode.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. It's okay though. We all enjoy Wario Land at least.
Yeah.
So,
Wario Land's pretty great.
it is. I like the part where you get smushed in your spring.
Well, good, because I've had a
like-
lot of that lately.
When you get fat because you eat donuts.
Yep. That's,
Everybody loves donuts. You know I do.
Yeah. You know it's true.
I do.
So Graham, I don't know if you think you're gonna get past this part.
I'm going to
You might
try.
wanna call it an episode.
Let me see if I can get to the bottom of this thing, right?
All right.
That's
all right.
all I want in life is to get
All
to the
you
bottom of
want.
this thing. See that door? There's that door down there. I'm going to try to get to that door.
Okay.
That's all I ask out of you. Well, I want to see what's on the other side of the door. Okay. It's going to take
believe
another
in it.
attempt here. But I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. I got to get there. For myself and for the viewers
And for Wario.
and for what exactly?
You mean Wario?
Now I got to get down here just to I don't know, stick it to Henry.
I don't know. I think we just. That's just. I just want to leave now. I'm just sad.
Don't like this thing. It's the same spot every time, but I'm gonna get there.
I believe you.
This is riveting to watch, I'm sure. As I am bad at WarioWare. Wario Land. I said
Are
WarioWare.
you also bad at
Sorry.
Wario Land? I apologize.
It's okay. I'm frustrated at myself. I got here. Look at that. What's in this door?
Oh,
The
sweet.
chest. Oh, right. I need the key. Great. Good job, me. Okay. And with that, we're going to wrap up this episode.
Yay. Good job, Graham.
All right. See you next time, everybody.
Bye bye.